Hi Gigi. Hi Manoj. Good evening.
Hi Vishnu.
So is it Gigi or oh,
Yeah, correct. You are pronouncing correctly.
okay, okay. Yeah.
Vishnu, did you got a chance to look at the thing which I shared to you?
Oh yeah, sorry. Actually, I mean, like I had seen that day. For that, I guess let's connect sometime tomorrow. Let's plan. Okay, yeah, we'll plan it offline, Manoj.
Okay, sure, Vishnu.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
नहीं वो एआई वाले को नहीं, हमारा है क्लास, देख लेते हैं। हो झूठो का भी सर ज्वाइन कर लिए।
Hello all, very good evening.
Hi.
So I hope everyone
Okay.
had a very good weekend.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So before I begin today's session, I will keep for some around 5 to 10 minutes for the question and any Q&A you have. Then we can start on the today's agenda. So I'll take up some questions which you have because this is our last demo session, right? Open to all. So I thought, okay, I'll clear few queries that all of you might have still, right? And any general questions also that you want to ask me personally, right? So yeah, so let's have some 5 to 10 minutes on that. Please raise your hands who have questions. Yeah, Dhaval, please go ahead.
Hello, sir. My profile is in QA automation side, and I want to move to the more towards AI side. How it will be helpful to me in automation side, where I will utilize this AI feature. I know
Hmm.
this is a totally like learning is basically how the AI and ML is working and how we implement it in our day-to-day testing side. But how it will be helpful in automation side.
Yeah,
I have
that's a good
background
one.
of
Right.
five plus, like I have to 13 years of experience overall
Hmm.
and 5 plus years of on automation.
Yeah. So that's a very good question. See, already few have also already joined the course who have 15 plus years of experience. Uh, and I had a call with them separately on how, but that same thing I will repeat here, how it fits into this course. So see, now generally if you search any AI testing course, especially which are senior level, lead roles and all, you will clearly see that they will
Mhm.
ask for a testing experience, right? A QA testing experience. It and
Correct,
obviously
correct.
no AI tester who are senior lead roles, they will have 10 or 15 years of experience, right? So surely their experience will be in QA, not in AI testing, right? So obviously all the lead senior roles, whichever we see for the AI testing, they will look for a good amount of QA testing experience, right? Especially if you are in the target range of 5 plus years of experience or 10 years of experience. Generally, they will look for a QA experience, right? That's really good to have. And this QA experience can be in anything, can be performance, can be automation. This is good and functional, manual. Security maybe not that much because they might still require you to have some good architectural knowledge, right? And other things. So security testers, it might be little difficult for them to crack and get into these roles. But all the functional, non-functional, as I said, performance and manual, right? So it will be really good for your profile in terms of it's more sort of like it will become a differentiator also. For example, let's say 10, 20 people are applying. For example, let's say in my organization, we look for people who have experience in, especially if you're about 10 years, 15 years experience, then we look for some new generation testing practices that you have worked on. For example, chaos engineering, right? Or AI testing. So these will actually add as a differentiator also. Not only that you need to look for a full-time role in AI testing, but also in ordinary, like for example, let's say you're trying for automation testing in AI companies, right? Like for example, AI application when they release a role, it's very helpful. Okay, when you have, because it's a very niche skill, many people don't have it, and
Yes.
that will clearly create a differentiator for you. Okay, so and your experience is actually good, okay, to have, so nothing to worry about that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so one question down. And yeah, as I said, QA experience is always good to have, right? So anyone is having a QA experience even 1 year, 2 years also, it's a add-on, right? So it will be a better opportunity for you to crack better opportunities. I mean, like interviews and all, you will do well, okay? Because ultimately it's a new niche domain, so people look for, if at all any experienced like 5+, 6+, if they add, or 10+, it will be more on the QA side they are expecting, not on the AI testing side. AI testing, they might expect maybe 1 year, right, in that range. Yeah, and obviously when you go through a lot of job already openings which we find in Indeed, Naukri and all, no, you can clearly see that they would have put like QA testing experience 5+, or if it is a pure AI testing role, junior level, then they might not ask that much. They will ask 6 months and all, one year, 1.5. But let's say if it's for a lead role or some senior role and all, they surely ask for experiences. And every job opportunities that is there online which is related to AI testing. Yesterday also I was just searching. There were around obviously not in India or globally. Around I saw the number was some 22K plus. But yeah, it's not all AI testing. But there might be junk also somewhere. Few might be their search might not be that much efficient, right? So sure, but surely it's in thousands. Okay, so and also different verticals are there. Not that directly AI testing. Prompt engineering is there, right? And they need little bit of AI testing and such things are there. But ultimately, this AI testing is being, I mean, like it's coming into limelight very well, okay, in overall in the global level. Yeah, and obviously issues, right? Like as I said, as I shared in the chat also, there are a lot of AI issues coming up. People are just putting it in production without worrying about the repercussions of it, and only testing can solve those damages that has happened, right? So yeah. Okay, any other questions? Anyone? Raise your hands. Because today I'll be stopping at sharp 9. So if you have any questions, you can ask now. By end of the session, I'll give him a 5-10 minutes just for questions, but more related to what we took today. Okay, great. So yeah, thank you all.
Yeah,
And
I have one quick question. Sorry.
yeah, got it.
Like
Good.
whatever is being taught today will
Mhm.
be taken in depth during the private lessons, right? I mean,
Yes, actually,
okay.
what we take today, I'm not going. I mean, like today, whatever I'm planning to take is not like an overview, like a session I'm going to take. So in depth, we'll start from today. You can just say, okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Right. Okay, right. So today our agenda is why AI behaves the way it does, right? So that's the whole point of today's session. And it's our day, you can say officially, we are now going and understanding, right? Like we are slowly trying to understand what actually AI testing is all about. And you get the idea clearly. For example, see, whenever someone says it also, you should get an idea what I am going to do. Because ultimately, if you're planning to do something, unless you don't know what you're doing or what you are going to do, you cannot plan it properly, you cannot get to the results properly, right? So that clarity you need to have, what is my objective? So in that way you'll get what is my scope, what do I need to take care, and all those, right? So we need to understand why AI behaves, right? First, the way, or what is the AI behavior, right? How why is the AI behaving like that? For example, why AI doesn't behave right like our traditional softwares? which you already would have figured out by using multiple AI applications, right? So it doesn't behave exactly as other applications, right? Like you have various different types of issues that you will see, especially with AI, right? And it's more about behavioral and functional, right? And testings are done in that is also totally different from what we do. Though we do functional testing and performance and all, but we need more other types of tests. That's what we are seeing in the AI testing, right? It's not enough, right? So, and the main problem with AI compared to the traditional softwares is, let me share my screen first. Can someone say what's the main issue with AI compared to traditional softwares? Anyone?
Outputs are outputs are always not same.
Very good. Yeah. So anything else? Yeah, outputs. That's one keyword I got.
You you will get some additional output, like the output will not same, but you cannot completely depend on this also.
Yeah, yes,
If your
yes. So
question is
all
right, if your question is not correctly asked, it will be not return the correct what we are expecting.
Mhm. Exactly, right? So everything boils down to this outputs, right? So see, same input if I give, let's say the input is same. Will my output vary sometimes in AI?
Yes.
Yes. So same input
Yes.
not equal to same output. Okay, this is very, very critical with AIs. And this is where things change, right? Compared to the traditional softwares. In traditional softwares, generally what we do, we give an input and we expect that the output will be same. So for example, let's say I submitted a form. Surely I know that the output will be this. Or let's say I said a hi to a bot, which was there, let's say 5, 10 years back, right? The bot will give me some standard predefined answers, right? But now it's not like that. Maybe my AI, if I put a hi, so maybe sometimes it might put good afternoon, or it might put good morning, based on times and all, it will change, or based on various other parameters that I have defined to the AI, things will change, right? So same input is not always same output. Okay. So let me quickly open again back to my AI Foundry. Just to clarify again, see, can someone say why I am using Azure AI Foundry or why we are using Azure AI Foundry in our course? What's the main objective behind using this?
To build more, to build
We have
models and
different
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Be free, okay? As I said, we are all here dumb people, okay? Just imagine like that. And we are all here to learn. So no dumb answers, no good answers, no genius answers, okay?
It has
Every
all the models available for testing.
yeah,
All the
good.
GPT models available, and it is open source, like
Open
with
source
some free credits.
and
Yes.
different
So,
metrics we can
It's a,
for
it's a pretty
enterprise
vast
level
compared to other
testing.
technologies, right? Pretty
yes.
vast
Okay.
compared to other technologies.
Exactly, right? So all these answers are correct. So ultimately, why we are, this question is very important, okay? See, why we are using Azure AI Foundry. Similarly, there are other tools also. Okay, not that only Azure AI Foundry is there. For Google Cloud, there is a different. AWS, there is AWS Bedrock. And different tools are there, okay, for each type of cloud, okay, in the market. So now, why we are using Azure AI Foundry? Okay, for the course, I mean, like for learning AI testing. See, it's not that now. First question I need to answer, which you all of you should understand, is let's say you are going to work on a project. Okay, let's say I have an application, which is let's say Amazon.com or whatever, some AMA.com. Okay, I have one application. Let's say I have a simple chatbot in that application. Now, this chatbot could be powered by, I'm using that word, powered by any different type of models that is there. Okay, based on what use case we are doing, and we will see that how model selection happens. Okay, that also we will see in the course as we progress. But for now, this AI bot in the background, okay, we'll have one model, okay, working. So one AI model will be there, which is powering this bot from the background. So in front of the user, it's a bot, right? The UI is there. You ask hi and all. So for example, let's say if I go to our demo application, real project, right? So let's say if I go here now, for example, I go to the bot, okay, which we have here. Okay, so now this bot here, for example, let's say I'm asking some question, okay, some how do I plan my career? So see, when I asked this question, it gave me an answer, right? Planning your career can be exciting, whatever. Okay, some answer it gave me. So in front of you, you asked a question, it gave you answer. But in background, what is happening? See, so if I right click, I can open this dev tools. Okay, it's a Google tool for you can just right click and you are just clicking on inspect here. Okay, so it will open this dev tools. So this to all these tools are called dev tools together. Okay, so now there is elements, console, source, network, performance, memory, and all. We'll see few of these which are very important for us. Let's go to network first. Okay, for this case, and if I try to just do some question. Okay. So it's asking, would you like help exploring career options or subjects you enjoy? Let me know. We will deep dive. Okay, so I like to learn computer, or let's say I like to choose a career in AI testing. How the demand would be. Okay, let's say. So now I asked a question. So clearly see, okay, there is one API request that went, okay, as soon as I asked the question. So this API is what is giving me the basically the response. Okay, so this is the API that is working in the background, obviously styled using the HTML and all. If you see, so this style and all is coming from the HTML. Now see, the main point is this API. Now this API, as we saw, for example, this is one API that we have in Postman, right? We saw. Now, what is API and all everything will go, okay? But I want you to understand something which is happening in the background, okay? So, see, now I got the answer. AI testing, why AI is growing rapidly in industries and all companies need skill testers. Demand AI testing is expected to grow as skills so would you, and it gave me answer. But if you see, for example, I asked the same question again. What will happen is the answer exactly might not be same. Okay, if you see, for example, future scope, right? When it said skills like coding, data analysis, and problem solving are in demand. Okay, but if you see here, skills like programming, data analysis, and problem solving are in high value. Are both same? Both same. Question was same, right? But both the answer was different. Can I say that?
Yes.
Right? You see this and this, right? So this skills like, and if you compare skills like coding, both are different, right? So the response, though it gave me a high level way, it was same or it was proper, but the responses were not consistent, right? So now how much is that deviation, right? That is very, very important for us. So if the deviation is not too much or whatever my application is trying to do, is that objective being sufficed, right? Then we are okay. But if it is totally different, or maybe the customer, what the customer needed and the response what my AI gave is totally off-road, right? Then it's a big issue, right? Which we need to solve. So this type of testings, when we do test, right? When we do AI testing, we will find out. And for example, now here it's okay since it's just a explanation it is giving, and it's not a mission critical thing. But let's say if this was a an e-commerce store, okay, and the customer asks like, what, why I should buy the fan from, let's say, Crompton. Okay. Now, if my AI gives a response, for example, it will give like, okay, you can buy the fan from Crompton due to this reasons. Okay. And that we know that based on what we have seen, the pattern that when my user reads that, actually he buys the product. Okay. Something like that. But now that I have locked as per the psychology and all. Okay, but if my response keeps changing every time, how can I test that user pattern, right? It's very difficult because I might not be able to control the user patterns because my response is changing always. So it's very difficult for the data analytics and all, right? So it's difficult. So we have to maintain that consistency. How my AI is answering such questions, which are very critical questions. Okay. So now, but anyways, coming back here. So when I ask a question to my board, there is an API request going, okay, to the background processing and giving me the response back. That's what you're seeing here. Okay. There's an API working in the background. So this is the board that I'm speaking about, right? This is the interface that you have where I'm typing, no, this thing. So this thing, this where I'm typing is this one, okay? This interface. Now, in background, where that API that I'm using can be any API. For example, in that case, it is GPT 4.1. Okay. Now, this API can be, let's say, GPT 5, which is new, maybe upgraded ones. It can be DeepSeek API. It can be, let's say, Olama. It can be Minstrel AI, right? So it can be any Grok, maybe. Okay. So now, so think about this. These are all different types of models. Okay, AI models. Again, we will also see how AI models affect our responses and all. But for now, understand AI models are something like, let's say you have a classroom of 50 people and you are learning science. Will all 50 people have same knowledge in science?
No.
No.
No, right? One might be an expert in science, one might be okay, average, one might be below average, one might be a failure, right? He fails in science always. Now, but maybe when we go to maths, that same different types of people might change, right? Who was first in science, maybe in maths, he's not first anymore, right? So similarly, each model, different types of model have a expertise, you can say, or a capability, right, where they are good at. Okay. And few of the models are good overall also. For example, GPT is overall good, right? It's very efficient, okay, compared to other models and all, because again, it's a paid API, right? You have to pay for it when you're using it. Not we, I'm saying in the enterprises who are using GPT, okay? They have to pay for it. But can someone say why ChatGPT is free then? Now, GPT, I said, is paid. Why ChatGPT is free?
It needs data.
Yeah, that is one hidden truth. No one will say it outside. But what else? Other than that? How
They want
ChatGPT?
you to make, they want to make you addicted towards these AI models.
Yeah, addiction is one thing. And see,
Who trained
again,
that model?
exactly. So see, ultimately the
We are
business what
training that model basically.
that
Giving
also you
all
can
the
say.
data.
Yeah. But let's
It
say, see,
learns how it goes. Yes.
yeah.
Learns from the past experience. So
Yes, yes.
gathers more
So see,
data.
now ultimately, why Chat GPT they have kept it free, right? Or how they are keep giving a free, though there is a subscription and all, but majority of people are using it free. Training data, training on our data and all, yes, but this will not stand legally. Okay, legally means they cannot openly do that. Lot of things. Okay, there are a lot of limitations to do that. So training data is not the only motivation behind giving it free. Okay, one main motivation is behavior, right? So they want to change your behavior rather than using Google, you have to use ChatGPT, their product. Okay, that is one thing. They want to change you from Google to ChatGPT. That change that in that behavior they want to bring so that later on also you will subscribe to them. Okay, because you have been addicted to that or whatever, right? Behavior. But the main point here is ChatGPT is a product of OpenAI. Okay. But the AI model that is powering ChatGPT is GPT-5. Okay, so GPT-5 is the model that is powering ChatGPT. So how the ChatGPT is able to answer our questions and all because of GPT-5, which is connected to it. Okay, or ChatGPT, if you say without GPT-5 is just an interface, it cannot answer any questions what you ask. So GPT-5 is the brain, right, which is giving you the answers and all. So ChatGPT is powered by the model GPT-5. Okay, now how they are able to give us free, right? So later on down the line, what will happen is, see, this chat GPT is their product. Okay. So what they will drive is, now our behavior will be to go to chat GPT after some time, right? It will become like, we will not go to Google. Can someone say how Google is earning? How Google is earning?
SEO, search engine optimization
That is,
for the website.
Advertisements.
businesses
Ads,
do. Yeah,
majorly
businesses do.
advertisements.
Yeah.
By
Advertisements.
gathering data.
Storage.
Yeah, that is also there.
Yes.
Data is always there, but
Yes.
data doesn't come as a legal front. Okay, like how they generate revenue. It happens maybe in the background, some way they will plan it, but it is never a forefront model. Or see, ultimately data drives ads, right? So ad is the revenue, not data. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
So Google earnings is ads. Okay, so we can say that. Now the thing is, not only ads, you get the Google APIs and all. There are different things which happens in Google Ads. Google, where basically they will give the search APIs to Amazon and all. That's why when you search something on Google, you will see this Amazon emails recommendation. Have you anytime thought about it? Like anytime
Yeah.
observed that? Let's say I go and search
Yes.
something on Google, shoes, I will get some mail saying that you have an offer in shoes. Have you seen that?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, so those are because of the APIs, right? Because Google share that API with Amazon that what you are searching. So Amazon knows, okay, this person is searching shoes, this person is searching, and based on that, they will send the recommendation. Okay. Yeah, anyways, so that's a different story. So ads. So now, can someone correlate how the chat GPT will become after few months or years? What will be their revenue?
Licensing
Maybe
cost.
based on subscription.
Subscription as
Subscriptions.
well as major ads will be coming into picture.
Yes, right. See, now Google, they are giving you ads. There will be a time when ChatGPT, let's say you asked which good shoe I can buy, red color. It will push a shoe, which a shoe company who have paid them, right, for the ads. So, for example, let's say Nike, they paid them, or let's say Puma, they paid the ChatGPT for the ads. So they will push the Puma shoes. Are you getting? And it will give you that recommendation, and you will go and buy it because of this.
And it will also sell the data of the user with likes and dislikes so that they can share the
Yeah,
more
maybe. Yes.
kind of
Yes.
products
Such
that they
such
like.
sort of
And
all things will happen. So ChatGPT
yeah,
is gaining revenue from that, right? That's their future goal. And the next main thing is that is OpenAI product, right? One product, ChatGPT. But what about this model, right? This model is very powerful. That is what is actually their main product, right? That model. So what they do, they also share this model with other companies. For example, now in our case, we have built our boat using the GPT-4 model, right? Even I can use GPT-5, it's there, right? So what they do is they share this model with other companies. Okay, so for example, let's say I'm Amazon, I am Flipkart, and I want to make a boat, or I want whatever I want to do, right? So what I will do is I will use this model which they have created through API. Again, what is API? We will see, okay, in depth. And let's say one time I call the API. Okay, one time I call the API, I will pay them, let's say some $0.1. Okay, so 100 time I call, 1000 time I call, based on that, it will get multiplied. So that much they will pay OpenAI. So that is also a revenue that they will get, right? So for
Is it
example,
the is,
yeah,
is it the same that we are using GPT-5 in Azure.com, Azure
yeah,
Foundry?
same, yes. But in your case, you are
Yeah,
paying it free because of the free trial that we have,
yeah,
right?
yeah. Azure will use the Open API.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes. But in our case, we will not pay a penny because we are using the free credits, right, for
Okay.
testing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So now here, for example, let's say I send hi. This is one request which I sent, one API, right? So see, this message I got from GPT-4 output. Okay. For this GPT-4 output, now I have to pay. Maybe for one response, some 10 paise Indian rupee. Okay. I will have to pay. So if my user asks 10 questions, 1 rupee is gone. Now, according to us, 1 rupee is nothing. Now multiply the number of users to million. It's a big amount. Can someone imagine? Right? So let's say if I'm spending 10 paise, 10 paise for one question. Okay. Now 10 questions someone asks. On an average, okay, 10 questions is a good number. So it is 1 rupee. Okay, so this is, let's say, per day. Okay, per day, 10 questions a person asks, 1 rupees. Now in dollars, you can say some $0.1. Okay. Now let's say I have 1 million users. So $0.1 into a 1 million. Okay. In one day. And similarly, rupee, if it is rupees, 1 million rupees in one day. Is it a big amount or small amount?
Big amount.
Big amount, right? So see, they are paying almost 10 lakh rupees a day. Okay, that, and this is also a very small amount I'm saying because of 10 requests. Sometimes if just to process something, it might need 10 requests, just one workflow or and based on the response also the cost will increase. Now here my response is small, right? If my response size increases, I mean, like, let's say 4 paragraph, 5 paragraph, it will multiplied. I mean, like, it will become multiplied by 4 if my size of the response increases. So almost, let's say, even a small company is paying, let's say, 10 lakh to 20 lakhs a day. How much OpenAI is making from the API alone? Are you getting the amount of money they're making from the API alone? Right? And this is for just one company, I'm saying. Like that, if you see, almost every company is now behind creating bots and all. Okay. So even if, let's say, in the world, 1,000 companies have already deployed bots or they are using GPT, it's 1,000 million a day. So see, think about the money in AI. Are you getting, all of you? How
Yeah.
important,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Even one question answer, right, is so important with AI because it's cost, it's money, right? And if we don't test it for efficiency, this is one important underlying thing that will increase its cost. So when you are testing AI, cost is also a very big concern. Okay, which we need to understand how the cost gets affected, what controls the cost, how the cost will increase, right? And what are the different parameters in that, right? Because you can optimize, okay, and you can optimize it very easily, right? With proper knowledge and skills. Okay, so that's what. Anyways, we will be seeing all this. So ultimately, what I'm trying to say is that is the next revenue which OpenAI makes from the models. Okay, so by selling the APIs to the different companies. Now coming back to my Azure AI Foundry. So that is why GPT is, I said paid. Now what about Olama? Olama is an open source AI model. So there is zero cost. Okay, so there is no cost associated for running Olama APIs, or I can say Olama model. Okay, but now you will be asking me, then how how is Olama sustaining without any cost? Is anyone having that question?
Yes, please.
Right? So see, Olama, I said to use Olama, it is free. Wow, nice. Then everyone in the world will use Olama. Then why Olama people are not using? That's where I'm coming to. See, it's an open source tool. It's good also. Not that it is bad, so people are not using, not like that. But the problem is, see, in GPT, what happens? Automatically, you have an API, directly you call and you get the response. So if your cost, right, whatever you pay to OpenAI, they manage everything, like the background resources that are needed and all, right? The CPU, the RAM, the memory, the disk, everything, whatever needed for these APIs to perform well, OpenAI manages it. You don't need to manage. You're just paying for what you use, right? But with Olama, what happens is, let's say I have Olama, okay? I have to deploy Olama somewhere, okay? Then only I can use that. So let's say I have Olama model. I download the file. I can run it in my local machine. That is one way. I can run it in an Azure VM, right? Means a machine in cloud, right? There I can run it. And after I deploy Olama, uh, let's say an API server I install and all, and I define it like an API, then I can call this API for my port. Okay. So when I deploy Olama to a CPU or a machine, will that add a cost? Will that add a cost?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
right? Because I have to spend for this machine, no? The CPU, how much the usage, the higher the cost. Because if more number of people use it, more CPU machine and all I need to buy and deploy. And also technical knowledge. See, I have to deploy Olama. Not everyone is so technically good and all. So you have to deploy and you have to maintain. So that headache will be there. And third is you need to maintain the machine and in the cloud and all those will be needed. And third is now this is an open source model. Okay. So what happens generally is the company is not making any money as of now, right? From this, they are not getting any. So they won't be spending too much on training this. Am I audible? Everyone?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now we can hear you.
Okay. So ultimately, so the training data expense, right? Spend on Olama will be lesser than OpenAI because OpenAI is making money. Okay, they have money to spend because they know they are making money and they have to make it better and better. So there again, GPT will have better training data. Now, my question to all of you is: will training data matter?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it does.
Yes, yes.
For an
Yes.
AI
Yes,
model?
definitely it would be.
Exactly, right? So let's say if I compare Olama and GPT. Now, why GPT is better is because it is trained on lot of different types of data. So it has answers to lot of questions and it can also think across various domains and all to give you answers. So obviously, based on training data, uh, a model becomes better. But it's not that Olama is useless, right? It also has trained lot of training data. It is funded by Facebook, right? So they are spending a lot of money on it. Not that they are not doing anything, but not as powerful as GPT, right? So my question is then, should I go always with GPT, not Olama? If I am creating a, let's say, AI bot, should I go always with GPT?
No.
See, ultimately,
No.
overall cost is less here only in Olama compared to GPT. Overall cost will be always less in Olama because it's an open source tool. So, how do you choose which model to use for your application? Is it critical or
It
not?
depends. Yeah, it is critical. It
Companies
depends
by
on the
company.
requirement. If you have
Exactly,
less
right?
It depends
budget,
upon if you want to train your own model. You can
Yeah,
deploy Olam and you can train them.
exactly. That is also one technical side, right? Where
Yeah.
advanced. So see, what happens is, have you used WhatsApp AI anytime? Anyone? This WhatsApp has one AI nowadays, right? You have seen, you would have seen.
No. Yeah,
Meta,
sometimes
Meta.
for
Right?
search, yeah,
Yes,
Yeah.
Meta.
Meta AI.
Which model runs behind it? Any guess?
Meta.
Mhm.
GPT.
It's
Maybe Ola.
actually it's actually Llama
Ulama.
4. Llama 4.
Ulama.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's better than Olama. We can't say directly Llama because Facebook will be adding its own data and all because it's WhatsApp, right? Their own product. So they won't be releasing the community version. It's their own version on that. But it's Llama 4. Again, Olama only. Okay. So ultimately, see, it's not that no one is using it. WhatsApp is such a big tool, right? They're using Llama for that. But what I'm trying to say here is it's not always whether open source, paid, or this, that. You have to compare and figure out which is the most optimum solution for your use case, right? AI bot or workflow agents or some summary generation, document reader, image generation, video generation. So based on what use case you have, what are you going to apply AI for? Based on that, you will choose your model, right? Now the question is, as an AI tester, do I need to learn different types of model or only one model I learn that is enough?
Different.
Different
Different
models.
types is good. Yeah.
One model.
Exactly. At least 3 to 5 models we should know, which are very popular in the market, right? Now, if I have an application built on GPT, and if I learn AI testing on that application, okay, for example, one application. What will happen? I won't be understanding how Olama works, how DeepSeek works, how maybe our Mistral AI works, or how Grok works, right? So it will be difficult. And also creating maybe 4 or 5 different boats or application is also difficult, right? We cannot create so many applications to learn all these differently and switching the application, a lot of headache. Now, this is where what comes into our help? Azure AI Foundry, because I can easily deploy various models in my Azure AI Foundry, and in the playground I will automatically get a boat. I can automatically get the interface to test those, right? To play around with it and to learn, right? So as an AI tester, Azure AI Foundry helps you to play with various different types of models and test it, right? And understand it, even for POC and many other things. Now, my question is it only for testing or can I use it in my application also, in real application?
We can
Real
integrate in the
application
application.
also.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. I can use that Azure AI Foundry, whatever. For example, if I go to Azure AI Foundry, let's say this is the model that I deployed, okay? This DeepSeek. Now, if I go inside that,
You're not sharing screen.
oh, no,
Yeah.
No, it's visible to
No,
us.
it's visible.
oh
Yeah,
man,
it's good.
I suddenly got shocked because after so much time, is it visible, right, to everyone?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
it is visible.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So see, now this is DeepSeek, which I deployed. You can clearly see it will even give me the script or the code to actually how I can install this model in my application. Okay. Or for example, it's simple. It's an API. See, I have the API request, I have the key. I just need to call this API. That's it. So any model I can directly deploy and use it in my application also. At the same time, the tester can test it here also. So before the development happens itself, you can start testing. Can I say that?
Yes.
Right? So because you have this playground, right? So you don't need to wait for your developer to complete the development of the AI board so that you can test it. Or because you have the API, you have the playground, everything at your hand. You can before the whole development is complete itself, you have the interface, you have the API, everything at hand, you can test. Are you getting all of you what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So these are the beauty of having Azure AI Foundry, such tools, cloud tools, not only Azure AI Foundry, Vertex AI from Google Cloud. Then similarly in AWS we have Bedrock and all. So all these tools are to make this part easy. Okay. Now my question to all of you is, what if then if I don't have Azure AI Foundry in my project? then what I will do? How will I test it?
Only one model.
Yeah, only one model. Obviously, anyways, it's our project. So already they have deployed that model. I don't need to change the model. I am going to optimize it, right? Test it. So what I will do to test it? How will I be testing it if I don't
You have
have
to,
Azure?
then you have to create an infrastructure and then deploy the model.
No,
And
that
then
is Olama, open source. If it is open, I'm saying already you have the project. For example, like this, you have already the application running, and you are going to test it.
Using API testing?
Yeah, exactly, right? So see, this is one API that we tested last time, right? This is an AI API, and we have various parameters, everything, whatever we are doing in the Azure AI Foundry here. Only thing is you don't have that fancy playground, right? So you need to change things here, and so you have to work with the APIs, right? So that way you will have to do, right? So that's the only difference, not a big deal, right? You need to work with the APIs. There you have the Foundry. So yeah, so that's the thing, right? So ultimately, Azure AI Foundry we are using for mainly 2, 3 reasons. One is since this is an AI testing course, right? We can play around with various models in that. You can learn various models, not only one model. See, for example, in an interview, someone asks you, what's the difference between this model to that model? Because it's a very common question, right? Generally, what happens in AI testing, some let's say if you go to some YouTube videos or something, they will focus on maybe one model and all, and that also they will not show you how to quickly test it, right? Or how you, because you'll have to deploy, write a Python code, that this big deals, right? You don't need to do that because in your project as a tester, you will never write a code. You will already have the boat and already, right? You are going to test it, right? So you need to get something easily so that you can test it, right? Same way as you get in the project. So that's what this Azure AI Foundry makes us to do, right? Or helps us to do. And of second is it can be used in the application directly, not that only for testing it is used, right? It's used for development and such things also, right? And the APIs are there. Now the next question, then what about the cost? So do I pay cost to Azure or not for whatever I use?
After free tokens done.
Yeah, that is our free trial. But let's say you are an enterprise, you're a business. So will they pay Azure or not?
Yes.
they will pay
Yes.
per use.
Correct. Pay per use. That also you can easily monitor. If you go to monitoring, actually you can see how. Now we will understand all these terminologies. Okay, what is tokens, latency, groundedness, and all those. Then you will be able to read these things properly. Okay. Now at this stage, you might feel, oh, what is these things? What are these numbers and all? So based on this, actually the cost will get calculated. Okay, and they will charge you based on your usage. Okay, so that's the way. Again, based on API requests and all. No? So you can see total request 30. Based on that, you pay them. But in our course, we will not pay because we are using the free trial, right? So you don't need to pay anything to them. And also, you need to follow a few things that I will show you, which will make you, I mean, like after the course also, you don't need to pay. I mean, like I will show you what needs to be done, like how to delete and all things, so that after the course is complete also, nothing gets I mean, like, because obviously they will not charge you anything unless you don't give the, I mean, like, consent, right? Only thing is, whatever models you deployed will get deleted or undeployed or uninstalled, right? Automatically. Only that will happen. They will not charge you and all. So no need to worry about that. Unless, but don't do anything on your own without knowing, without asking me. That is very critical. So, but whatever I show, whatever I do, if you do, you are totally under the limits. Okay. So no need to worry at all. So yeah, we'll be doing this, and I will show you how we create the account in Azure AI Foundry, everything from scratch. Okay. So that you all can also start, and that I will show you by tomorrow, day after tomorrow. Okay. Max.
Yeah. One question.
Yeah.
Is this the one-time setup when we go to the real-time projects?
No, in when you go to real time project, you don't need to do at all. You will get the access directly. It's
Okay.
already done for you. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So you don't need to do any setup and all as such. Okay. It's already there. I mean, like you will get the access directly to use these tools. Okay. Yeah. Right. So that's the main use of using Azure AI Foundry, which is very, very powerful. Okay. And it will allow us to become a supercharged AI tester by working on the various models. Okay, it's very, very useful and very powerful. Okay, to work with. So as I said, again, the cost, right? So that is a, so whether I should go for which model, right, for my application is based on what use case I am working with. Okay, right. Now coming back to the our where we started. Let me go to there. Yeah, here. Okay. So my boat can be powered by various models. Okay. Now my question to all of you again is, let's say I have this boat. Now it is powered by any model. Now I said this is like a brain, right? These models are like the brain for my boat. Now GPT-5 is a brain by OpenAI. They are giving me. Now let's say I'm Amazon. I am Flipkart. Am I audible, everyone?
Yes. Yes.
So little bit network, I can see there's some problem. Let me know as soon as you lose my voice, okay? Someone can let me know. Yeah. So Amazon, Flipkart. Now, do you think things will work if both of them will use same brain?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can use same brain, but will they be able to compete with each other with same brain?
No. It will
No.
depend upon the performance and the training data. If they are
Exactly. Very
trained.
good. Very good. So it will depend on the different types of AI testing that is done on it, obviously, like how efficient and how optimized it is. Second, very important is the training data, right? Now you will ask me, this GPT-5 is already trained by OpenAI. And it is trained on a lot of data. Then how can I train on my data? Is that question coming to your brain, your mind?
Are you talking
Yes.
about developing a raga?
Exactly, right? So you, that process, right? We call it fine tuning, right? So what you can do is GPT-5 model I have. I can actually train this GPT-5 model on my data. For example, Amazon. Amazon has a lot of customer data. What it will do is it will train on that data, and that might become GPT-5 Amazon, some name they will give, okay? And this they can use for their boat and all. Now this will be different from what Flipkart has, because now it has the data of Amazon, which is it is, I mean, like, it's more thorough. Let me explain you that. Okay, simple. So let's say GPT-5 is there. Now GPT-5 is same for both Amazon and Flipkart. No change. Because it's by OpenAI. They have taught it some data it has taught, right? That it knows. Okay. Now let's say what Amazon will do. Amazon will have a data. Flipkart will have a data. They will train this GPT-5 on their data, and it will become, let's say, GPT-5 AM. And Flipkart they will train, and it will become GPT-5 Flip. Just I'm giving a name. They can give whatever name they want. Okay, that organization can give. Now this API they can use for developing their applications, okay, respectively. Now what is training the data? It's very simple. I have GPT-5. What I can do is I can fine tune it. That training we call it fine tune, okay, or training also, we can say whatever, but fine tuning is a common word we use. So GPT-5 is there. What I will do is, let's say now GPT-5 doesn't know some things like what all products I have. Okay, so what I will do, I will create a file with product data. For example, price, name, catalog, quantity, and let's say many things. Okay, in that. And what I'll do, I will teach this GPT-5 whatever API I'm using, right? And then that will become GPT-5 Amazon. Now, what will happen? No, simple. If I ask this GPT-5, what is the cost of my shoe? It will not say. It will say, oh, what shoe or which shoe, that this. It will ask some questions. But if this GPT-5 Amazon, if I ask, what is the cost of my shoe? It will say the cost is 500 rupees and it is a brand Nike. So that it will say. So that is the difference between non-trained on my data, trained on my data. Clear all of you? What it is?
No, in GPT-5, still you are
Hmm.
training the data, right?
No,
Or
GPT-5
you are
is
fine-tune.
so that is this one, GPT-5 AM. After you fine tune, you get this. It's
Okay,
like
okay. Huh.
it's like, for example, let's say GPT-5 is my rice and GPT-5
Mm-hmm.
Amazon is biryani.
Okay, okay. Yeah,
Okay,
got
right? So
it. Yeah.
yeah, for everyone, but those who are not aware of, I hope nowadays in foreign also biryani is there, right? I
Yeah, yeah,
don't think
it's
so.
available.
Everyone knows what the biryani, right? Yeah.
Mm.
So, anyways, so that's the thing, right? So GPT-5 Amazon is the cooked up version of that with my data, whatever I want to teach it. It's more, I mean, like you can say it's more efficient, expert on whatever domain I am in. Let's say I'm in health sector, I can train on health sector. If I'm on e-commerce, I can train on e-commerce. Now my question to all of you, this one, right? This GPT-5 AM, will Flipkart be able to access it?
No.
No, right? That
No.
OpenAI will take care. OpenAI will take care. OpenAI will never allow GPT-5 AM. It's a private, okay, private fine-tuned model, which others cannot use. Only you can use. And you will be paying again for how many requests you make and all, right? That is similar with OpenAI, but little extra cost. Like let's say this one, if it cost $1.1, fine-tuned one might cost $0.15 because it's further expert, right? You have used lot of their computational resource on training and all, right? So OpenAI will charge for that, right? So anyways, so that's what the fine tuning or training. So data is very, very critical, okay, on which it is made. Now coming back here, so training is very, very important. Now my question is, so are you all understanding why training the model, which we don't do as a AI tester? Again, I'm putting it in quotes. Don't worry, you are not going to train a model. Okay, it's not your work. That is done by other people. And the importance of AI testing. Are you getting that importance? Why? How it will differentiate your product overall itself from your competitor? Are you getting that? Right. So these
Yeah.
are pivotal points, or we can say pivotal tasks on your model, like training, testing, which will actually create the differentiation because otherwise all are same. So how will you compete, right? So this will be like a bottleneck for the competition itself. Like you can say the brand, whether it will be there tomorrow or not, it's a defining uh, task, right? For the brand. So AI testing, training, without these, you cannot create a differentiation, right? So it's very, very critical for the AI models. And it's not like any other testing. It's very, very important because that is what will actually create that differentiation, better performing application, better responses to your customer without spoiling the goodwill, brand, protecting the brand, and many other things, right? And you will be the at the forefront of that, right? So that much visibility you will have when you do the AI testing, right? Because it will be the differentiator. Okay.
Okay. So is it a prompt engineer? Prompt engineering is something that is required for AI tester here?
Not in a high level way. See what happens, no? When you do testing, you report, right? You report the issue. So when you report the issue, prompt engineer will work on it and change the prompts and all if needed. Okay. That's how things happen. But if you know prompt engineering, it's an add-on, just like I can say cherry on the cake, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, but not needed. I mean, it's not necessity, but it's a basic amount of prompt understanding and all you need to know how the prompt orchestration happens, what is a prompt orchestration layer in the architecture. Um, so those things we need to know, okay, as just to know two bases so that we can understand where the issue might be, right? Yeah. So coming back here. So, right. So that is the importance of what model you are using for your application and whether it's a trained, fine-tuned and all those. In Azure AI Foundry also, actually, you will see few things. For example, if I go to models plus endpoints, no, I can actually deploy a model. See, I can deploy a fine-tuned model also if I want directly. Okay. So that also I can do. For example, if I already have a fine-tuned model, I just need to deploy it using this interface. And using a base model, I can fine-tune it also in the Azure AI Foundry. They have done that. Okay, such things they have done. Even agents are there. We will see. Okay, how agents work. Agents were agentic AI and all. You would have heard how they work and all. It's little different, but same similar concepts. Okay, we'll see that. Very easy to understand. Nothing great. Then in the models also, playgrounds, if you see, based on what brain it is. For example, is it an artist or is it a mathematics professor or is it a English literature writer, right? Based on that, various different models, various different things are there. For example, a model which is good in chatting, right? There are various models. Good in videos, video playgrounds, like Sora, like such applications are there. Images, then we have audio, then we have speech recognition, translator, assistants, language, right? Translation, right? On all those things. Then document, right? Summarizing the document which you upload and all. There are various applications of AI, right? How AI gets applied. So we will see each one by one. Okay, it will be very very interesting to know main a lot of things. And yeah, so obviously it's a long course. I cannot show everything in one session, right? We will be going in depth slowly, one by one. So today we understood the importance of Azure AI, how the model powers something in the background, how the cost is important, how and what are the parameters for the cost. We will see as we go in the course. How the training data is important for a model. Further, also we'll see there are a lot of other things to be learned, and also how AI testing becomes the backbone of your competition. Also, right? Not only just to make your application better or to make the AI better or respond better behaviorally and all functionally, but it also actually can beat the competition for. So, if you work well, if you are a very good AI tester, actually you can show real value to your organization through great models or through great use cases and applications which will come out. Okay, so yeah. Anyways, I'm not going too much today ahead. So this is where I wanted to give some base, okay, on the various models, how Azure AI Foundry helps us. Now we will see what are APIs in depth, Azure AI Foundry, how to set up, right? That I will be showing. How training happens in a high level way, not very in depth. How training of the data happens, and various different types of AI testing, because testing differs based on what application, what model, and all you use, different parameters, and how you create use cases, how you test it, how you report it, what are the various metrics like scorings, right? Like bias scores and all, right? All those, how you create, how you, what are the formulas to use, how you create a final metric report after you test, um, what is agentic AI, workflows, then different advanced concepts like, but this will be advanced concepts will be conceptual, okay? We are not going very in depth like vector DBs and all. What are vector DBs, RAG, and all those concepts? Because in interview, if you get question also, you should be in a good place to answer those, right? So I'll be getting you ready for that. What is an NLP? What are various terminologies like LLMs and rule-based models, probabilistic deterministic models. And while you are testing, what all you need to monitor in Grafana, Prometheus, and all. What are the monitoring screenshots you should attach when you send a report? So a lot of things on the way. Okay. So this is just a beginning. Yeah. So now I'll take some questions before we close for today. Yeah, Nastran, please go ahead.
Yes, just a quick question. If I'm not mistaken, during demo, you said if we train or customize the AI model with our data, can we say this is LLM?
Yeah, you can say exactly. Yes. But again, see, LLMs are a concept mainly for this boards and all, okay, where you speak, right? But if you go for this image generation and all, no, sometimes they don't use this word LLM.
Okay.
Okay, just only that. I mean, like where you have this bots and all, no, chat bots like Chat GPT and all. There you have this language, no. I mean, like you speak to that.
Yes.
So there they use
Hmm.
this word LLM more. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Sure. Yeah, Nandini, please go ahead.
Oh, yeah. So while you were speaking, I was just looking at AI testing jobs online. So
Yeah.
they specifically ask familiarity with RAG evaluation and the familiarity with the Hugging Face evaluation. So
Uh-huh.
um,
See, now the thing is,
where to test?
yeah, exactly, right. So, see, now the thing is, you will find a lot of jobs online, various, and based on what they are working on, they will add many also. So, only thing you need to focus is you are capable of 70 to 80% of it, right? Ultimately, that is where you can crack the interviews because 100% generally will not match for any job, right? Because it will be their use case, their application, what they're working on. So, 70 to 80% should match. Now, this Hugging Face and what you said, Hugging Face is their own model, right? But you have experience in other models, right? So that you can call out. You can say, yeah, this, and it's pretty much, I mean, like similar application which you need to test. It's more sort of, you have a experience working with an e-commerce application, Amazon. So you can easily test with Flipkart, no? There's no difference. Are you getting Nandini?
Yes, yes, I did.
Yeah. So that way,
And
that way.
also one more, yeah, sorry, one more question I have. So is it about testing APIs all the time, or um,
Mhm.
how how does actually the
Not only
testing
API,
proceed?
obviously APIs are the main backbone. No, but
Okay,
see what you will have to do is you here what happens is you have to tweak. See what happens with APIs is it's not that just generally you get a use case, you put it and you test it. Doesn't happen like that in AI. You have to tweak the parameters also, like the temperature, context, then some other concept like top P and all. So you have to play around with it. That's why we are calling it a playground, no? And you need to find the issue.
okay,
It's not that,
got it.
yeah, it's not that very straightforward, like you get this, you put this, you get this. No, right? It's a different approach we follow totally. Okay.
Okay, like kind of we already have the
Yeah.
metrics we
Yeah.
create and then we pay. Okay,
Yes.
okay,
Yes.
got it. Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you.
Sure. Sagar, please go ahead.
Yeah. Like in real time, like company, they'll be using both like API in this Azure Foundry, or we are using for our purpose here.
Based on your organization and application. So sometimes they might have a different cloud also. See, ultimately it will not matter unless you know all the models, what they're, what we are, I mean, like what are different types of models, how to test it, things remain same. Because ultimately
Okay.
everything
Means in
is through
company
API.
also they're using Azure
Yeah.
Foundry also.
Yeah, yes, Azure AI Foundry they will use. And Azure AI Foundry is actually widely used because OpenAI has a direct contract with them, okay, with Azure.
Okay.
So wherever GPT is there, Azure AI Foundry, surely they will have. Okay. Yeah.
And in our course, we'll be using 2 to 3 models, or how only one
Yeah.
model, like
We will
anything
be
like
u-
that.
we'll be using DeepSeek, Olama, and GPT mainly. Yeah.
Okay. And
Yes.
one more last question. Like
Yes.
you showed that one website, right? With the AI model, it is built
Yeah.
something named Adova, something.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. And that is like built only for this training purpose, or it is how?
No, no, no. It is actually a live application, but I am close. I mean, like with that startup. Yeah.
Okay, okay, sure. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Thanks.
It's yeah. It's actually a real organization, company working on providing this student well-being and all schools.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Sure.
Those are the questions from my side. Yeah. Thank you so
Yes,
much.
sir. Yeah, thank you. Ajay, please go ahead.
Hi, Isha. So my major question got answered already. So I got a simple question though. So generally, in the open AI, when we ask a question, will it be auto trained, or will it give a prompt uh, response that it got already trained on?
Can you just elaborate your question? Like auto train in sense you are saying based on what users have asked questions, Will
Yes,
it
please.
like that?
Exactly. Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
it
exactly.
happens. It happens. But in real applications, it's controlled. It's not that in
Ah,
ChatGPT it can happen. Okay. But in our real applications like Amazon and all, they will control it because otherwise, what will happen? With time, your AI will evolve, and whatever testing you would
mhm.
have done might not work.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay, so
Got it.
auto
Got it.
training will be very controlled. Controlled means like they will in the background developers will control it through a lot of checks and all.
Sure.
Okay, but
Thank you so
yes,
much, Isha.
what you said is correct. Auto training does happen, but in a very small scale when you are a real organization. Okay,
Okay. Thank you.
yeah,
Thank you, Isha.
sure. Prabhakar, please go ahead.
Hey, hi Vishnu.
Yeah,
So I have a question, okay? So when we hear about AI testing, right, whether it's in the
yeah.
net or YouTube or different sources, there's this discussion going on Playwright. Whenever there's AI, people talk about Playwright, okay? How
Yeah.
different is this course when compared to Playwright? Or are we covering Playwright here also?
No, no, no. See what is a playwright? That you know, Prabhakar.
Yeah, yeah, it's just a Node.js library.
Yeah. So, but no, that Node.js library, but Playwright is not used. See, Playwright is a tool, right?
Mm,
So, the Playwright tool is used for example, let's say in AI, right? Generally, whatever courses you will see will be AI assisted Playwright and like that, right? It's a
correct.
testing tool.
Mm,
So used for, it's an open source, right? End-to-end testing framework. Generally
mm,
used for UI end-to-end testing, then even automation, or like if like for example, you want to submit an form, right? Automatically, and all those. So see when you see Playwright, it will be an automation tester role. Are you getting what I'm trying to say?
okay,
It's not AI testing, right? So it's
okay.
more sort of like, let's say you are a performance tester, you want to make your performance testing faster using AI, right? And not the speed I'm speaking about, but the productivity,
Mm,
right? By let's say,
yeah.
for
The
example,
metrics.
you want to generate some reports using AI. You give all the
Mm,
data that you have, for example, the monitoring and all those, and it will give you a report. So those things, but that is not AI testing, right? So AI
okay.
testing is you are testing that AI itself. Are you getting which is
Okay.
giving you
So
yeah.
Yes.
Correct, correct. Yeah. So in this testing, are we using any automation tools or
We are using
we're
automation frameworks, not tools. We are not using any Selenium and
frameworks? Okay.
something, but we are using frameworks. Yes,
Okay.
we'll be automating our scripts. For example, for example, that frameworks I already have. Will be giving you all of you. Just you need to download it from GitHub, from my repo. Even prompts and many things you will find it in that repo. I'll be giving you that link directly. You can download. Okay, everyone, and you can use it. So it's a private repo. I'll be giving you access. Okay, everyone. Anyways, coming back to question. So what we will do is using that framework. For example, let's say 100 prompt I need to run in my test automatically to get the response, right? To capture the response and capture the scores. Now that manually doing is very difficult, right? 100 prompts and
Okay.
capturing.
Okay.
So that we will be automating,
Mm,
right? So such things we will be doing.
understood. Understood.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
Prabhakar. Thank you.
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
Dilshad, please go ahead. Actually, I have only 3 minutes, so quickly we will come on. Dilshad, please
Yeah,
go ahead.
yes. So when I see this LLM evaluation, I went through this model like framework called Deep Eval.
Yeah.
So I would like to know like what is it and is it the prominent in current job market or are we covering all those also?
DeepEval, I will not be covering as such because again, it will become too much of a scope for a 30-hour course. Okay, it's an LLM evaluation tool similar to our AI Foundry and all. No? But the thing is, in DeepEval, it's more about you can say very in depth, right? Um, yeah, it's also an evaluation tool only, but conceptually we will see, but not very in depth. Okay, I'm like because again for that you need to know Python and all little. Okay, it's little and also it's for all experienced testers. You can say very high level. For example, let's say after 4 years, 5 years in AI testing, right, or 3 years, you will need that. I can say. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But one thing is good. What I will do is I will be showing you very quickly, conceptually, what is DPVal, how it works and all, and how we can use it for the. But again, see, all that is fully like a Python-based framework and all. No, it's I mean, like there's no much UI and all such things, right? Yeah, but yeah, I will be showing you. Okay, in a high level way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
But will be a very small session. Okay, don't want to give any false promises, but yeah. Okay, right. Soumya, please go ahead.
Yeah, my question was about is AI testing can be automated? I was thinking that AI testing is something that we do manually, but I got half of the answer. My question was actually in future can we automate the AI testing? But I got the answer
Yeah,
already.
yes. You can. Okay. Yeah. Akash, please go ahead.
Yeah, hi. So my question is, as you mentioned, we are covering Azure AI Foundry. So are we also covering data set driven offline batches testings like a large scale evaluations using CSV or JSON file or a response across a couple of prompts or batch
Yeah. So
evaluations
we will
kind
be
of things?
automating, as I said, the example, no, from prompts.
Yeah.
Let's say 100 prompt you have, how to automate
Hmm.
and let's say write down the result or response to a file and all. No, those things
Okay.
will be same. Yeah.
Yeah, one small question, like as you mentioned, AWS Bedrock. I know we are not covering, but let's say if you want to learn, should we go with SageMaker or a Bedrock first, in case if you want to give your response?
Actually, that's a very good question. See, SageMaker is a little old. I mean, like before
Mm-hmm.
Bedrock, right? A SageMaker was there. So if you're learning, you want to do, start with Bedrock because if you
Mm-hmm.
want to use it for LLMs and all, no, it gives responses very quickly. But if your goal is to build, train, and all, no, go with
Mm-hmm.
SageMaker because
Okay.
SageMaker is good for customized models.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Bedrock is standard models.
Okay, got it. I'll explore these two rows. Yeah, thank you for
Right. So Bedrock you can start first if you want. It's easy.
sure, definitely. Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Right. Okay. So almost I'm like we are done with today's session. So again, thank you all for joining. And like tomorrow onwards, our sessions will continue in the private group, which the team will create, or they will share the link soon. And yeah, so hoping to meet you all in the private sessions. And I hope I was able to justify the time that you gave me and didn't waste your time sitting here, leaving your important work and all, right? So, and really heartfelt gratitudes to everyone who joined the sessions and gave me chance to give you all something, right? And I hope I was able to, and yeah, hoping to continue the same in our private sessions. It will be a fantastic sessions that will be coming up with lot of things to learn, lot of new things. You will feel like something new has entered in your brain, maybe after some. So it will be, you will feel that, okay, that I'm sure, and you will feel like an AI expert after maybe 10 sessions or 15 sessions, and you'll start speaking like the real AI technical guys, right? Like the AI technical terminologies and all. So, and you'll become an expert in AI test. I will not say expert, at least you will be able to crack a lot of good jobs for AI testing with this course. That is the outcome that I need to reach, and I will target also the same way. Yeah, and I'll be there to help you all out in whichever way I can, because ultimately I consider this as a service also, not just because ultimately I like teaching and that's why I'm here, right? So uh, I will, yeah, whichever way possible, even whatever help you need, right? Resume, interviews, and all. Whatever help you need, I am always there. Just chat away, and we'll try to accommodate all of you in whichever way I can, right? Yeah. So thank you all, and have a very good career ahead. And hoping to meet you all in next session. And thank you.
Thank you.
Good day,
Bye-bye.
good night. Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye.
everyone.
Good night. Thanks. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.